We first moved to the Carpenters estate when I was 11. That was Mum, Dad, and my brother, myself and my mum's brother. There was 4 of us. We moved into a terraced house. And then the war, of course, damaged a lot of the property. They decided that it was uninhabitable. So they decided then that the estate would have to be demolished. When the flats were built first, we were all moved into the flats, and that's where we've been ever since. My mum was alive when they started changing this estate, building, right? And she was so, we were so excited to think that we would be moving and we would have a bathroom. We were more or less told that we had to come in here, right? Unfortunately, my mum died before we moved in here. So I moved in here with my dad, and he lived for about 2 years and then he died. The flat was lovely. I mean, we really did love it. I mean, for a start, we had even walls, which in the old houses with the bomb damage, all the walls, I mean, we had some walls with big bulges in, and you try to paper over big bulges, you know. We had all the neighbours moving in. Everybody moved on the Carpenters estate that were in the houses. They nearly all, some didn't, some moved away, but the majority of people moved into the flats and houses. Nearly all of us. So in here, we knew everybody. You had a bar, and apparently the drinks were cheaper there as well, you know, so that did quite a trade. When I walk down the road, it's as though I'm a teenager again. And if Elsie is here, and Greenie, another 2 that used to live on the estate, we do say, you know, remember when it was like this, the shops, and or so-and-so, do you remember that lady who had that shop there, and do you remember the little co-op? Or, it's often in my mind what it was like, because it was lovely. Well, it is my life. My life has been spent. It's where I played. It's where I got hurt, falling over. My courting. I mean, I went out with boys on this estate. So it was all, my life has been this estate.
I moved into James Riley at the age of 19. I had my first daughter then. We then were decanted, as I said. Some of us were able to move back onto the estate. I unfortunately wasn't able to move onto the estate and had to look elsewhere. I was offered a property in Maryland, which is about maybe 10 minutes from the Carpenters, which I accepted. I certainly do miss living there. I do miss the absolutely fantastic community spirit we had there, bearing in mind it was nearly 20 years that I lived there for. I mean, that was my formative years. I did genuinely enjoy that. I still visit the estate very often, at least 4 times a week. I've been asked to be co-opted onto the TMO board, which actually manages the housing on the Carpenters. I attend meetings once a month with the rest of the board members. I am very, very actively involved. I organise Christmas lunches, fun days. My memories of the boot sales, you know, the fun fair, the Christmas parties, having carols sung outside in freezing cold, but then somebody coming around with a mince pie and a nice hot drink. All those things, you know, we missed a lot.
I do have a real sense that I've lived a lot of my life here because, you know, frankly, I have. I mean, I'm going to be 50 in a couple of months' time, and so I will have lived here, what's that, you know, 40% of my life, 20 years. What I like about being here is that there is a definite sense of community. People are friendly towards one another, don't get the feeling that there's a lot of crime or tension. Everybody's pretty relaxed, and it's a very pleasant area compared to other parts of even Newham that I've lived in, which are just a bit more hectic, a bit more impersonal. In the time that I've lived here, there have been probably several waves of newcomers to the estate, and each wave that comes through leaves some new imprint. I've got all sorts of memories about living here. perhaps part of my attachment is due to the fact that my previous partner, with whom I originally lived here, died here. But above and beyond that, I've got other, memories too. Probably more pleasant ones. Looking out the window, watching London change, watching the seasons change, the beautiful sunrises and sunsets. It's just nice living up in the air. It's not just a place to live, it is my home.
Both of us used to live in James Riley Point,
James
back
Riley.
there, the best of the 3 tower blocks.
Yep.
I used to live on the 15th floor.
And I used to live on the higher floor because it was the better floor, 19. Yeah, I used to go down to his house all the time, steal some of his food and I'm joking, but yeah, it was great. It was a good experience.
People ask me where did I grow up. I'd specifically tell them I grew up in East London, Stratford, the Carpenters estate. I'd specifically tell them that place where I grew up. Growing up here has been such a major influence in my life. I think it's made me become a better person. I'd honestly say that. I have a respect for different types of people because there's so many different types of people here.
Basically, we got shifted by Newham Council. I got moved to Forest Gate, and it's a nice area though. It's not quite the same as the Carpenters estate because the people aren't as warm, because this was more of a community. There it's just kind of like you and you.
I got moved to Custom House. Again, my area is not really as a community as you can say the Carpenters estate was. Like, there's only a few people that would stop and say hello, whereas if you were around here, you'd get all the time, like,
How's your mum?
You'd see everyone and stuff like that, questions like that all the time, and it's just nice to know that people that live around you it's nice to know
People care.
Yeah, people care. The bundle's only 200 and I think it's funny.
That was very funny.
That roof brings back memories. We used to go and play cards and eat McDonald's.
It was like you couldn't really get a tree house, so we kind of like made that our tree house minus the tree.
Over there in the TMO office, they used to have another separate section for a TV channel that they had here, called
Home to Home.
Home to Home.
Yeah, that's it.
And we used to help them out with making videos for the estate, like estate issues, what was going on, about the master planners when they were moving us out and stuff like that. We used to go there like all the time after school to help them out, obviously to use the computers as well and like mess around on the internet and stuff like that. And that was like good fun memories.
Yeah, it was good times.
Good fun memories.
I went to 3 local shops on the estate, Londis, Sainsbury's and a corner shop across the road, and I bought these same 4 items from each of those shops.
James Riley Point Garden.
Yeah, tons of memories.
I remember this door always being locked and no surprise,
It's locked.
it still is. Yeah, we used to have to go like where the ramp is and lift our bikes over because obviously this door was never open, and then having to lift all the little ones that couldn't jump over as well.
That was fun.
And that was fun. Yeah, just lying down on the grass on a hot day was the best. Loads of memories still.
Thank you.